Good morning and welcome to Pac TV. I am Melvin Aliaka and this is what we have for you today. On 12th September 2023, Pac University held its first chapel service, which was graced by Dr. Mburu. He talked about the importance of embracing the community in this academic year 2023-2024, highlighting that the Pac community consists of people from diverse backgrounds whom God has brought together to fulfill his mandate. On the 15th of September 2023, three key events were launched by Pac University. That is the launch of the academic year 2023-2024, Pac Institute of Technology and Social Studies, and the Pac Studio. The events were graced by the Chancellor, Bishop Callisto Odede, Vice Chancellor, Professor Margaret Mudhui, Vice Chancellor Designate, Professor Dionysius Kiambi, members of the Governing Council, Board of Trustees, board members of Pac Institute, and the chief guests, Dr. Edwin Tarno, and the CEO of Kenya School of TVET, and Mr. Timothy Owase, the CEO of Kenya Film Commission. The launch event began with a wonderful praise and worship session as Mr. Anthony Taiti emceed the whole occasion. Pac University ushered the new academic year with a lot of excitement. The Chancellor, Bishop Callisto Odede, dedicated the new academic year to God and talked about the importance of having education based on Christian values and emphasized on reflecting the fullness of God in every aspect of our lives as a Christian university.
People of fullness, people who are reflecting the fullness of God wherever they are, that in our interaction with individuals, in our classes, in our lecture halls, in the areas in which we are engaging in, that people would look at us and they would actually see the Lord Jesus Christ.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Margaret Mudhui, took everyone through the highlights of the previous academic year, including the 42nd graduation, which released 533 graduates to make transformative change in the society.
We were celebrating with the students that were ending their journeys in a graduation that blesses our hearts when we see all those students. We had 533 achieving what they set to do at Pac University.
The chairperson of the PACUSA, Eddie Kinkela, gave his remarks on the new academic year, urged people to acknowledge God in everything that they do and do it in his honor. He also encouraged students to participate in the upcoming activities that will take place this year.
To my fellow students, I'm not only just welcoming you to this new academic year, but also inviting you to participate in all the academic events or activities that we will organize for us as we are going forward.
It was quite an exciting day for the communication students and the Pac community in general, as the new Pac TV studio was officially opened by the CEO of Kenya Film Commission, Mr. Timothy Owase, and dedicated to the glory of God by Chancellor Bishop Callisto Odede. Mr. Oyuga, the HOD of the Communication Department, gave his remarks on the TV studio, thanking everyone who greatly contributed to the launch, describing it as a dream come true. The VC designate also commented, saying the new studio will serve as a hub for the students to develop essential skills that are required in the communication industry. Mr. Timothy Owase, the CEO of the Kenya Film Commission, urged the students to not only use the new TV studio to broadcast stories, but also nurture talents that can transform the society. Stella Nyota gave a speech on behalf of the communication students, describing the studio as a state-of-the-art that will revolutionize the university.
I am privileged to stand before you today to discuss about the great milestone we have achieved, not only as communication department, but Pac University as a whole.
During the launch of the Pac TV studio, Stella Nyota had a chance to interview the Chancellor Bishop Callisto Odede and the two main chief guests, Dr. Edwin Tarno and Mr. Timothy Owase, marking this the very first live production from the new Pac TV studio. The Pac Institute of Technology and Social Studies was opened by the CEO of the School of TVET, Dr. Edwin Tano. He spoke highly on how TVET runs and also championed the competence-based form of learning. He also said that the TVET program offers over 2,800 courses and that the government is currently training 7,500 TVET lecturers. Professor Margaret Mwenje, director of the Pac Institute, described the journey of the launch as bumpy but also exciting and thanked God for taking the wheel. She also mentioned that the institute will support students in securing industrial attachments and connecting with the industries to be the best.
The skills and the values that they want their employees to have.
The Vice Chancellor Designate, Professor Dionysius Kiambi, also stated that the Pac Institute represents a giant step forward of Pac's commitment to equipping the diploma and certificate students with skills that are in demand in the industry.
In our commitment to equipping our diploma and certificate students with practical skills that are in high demand within the industry.
The Chair Board of Management of the Pac Institute, Madam Irene Okeyo, also gave her remarks inspiring everyone to enter this new era with a blank canvas and create an environment that fosters creativity, communication, and collaboration.
And build environments that foster the 3 C's: creativity, communication, and collaboration to equip the 21st century student.
In this new semester, Pac University has one strategy, which is to incorporate more students at the campus by marketing through ministry. On Sunday, 17th September 2023, the Pac team headed to the Sept Naivasha, where they were warmly welcomed by the presiding pastor, Reverend Jacob Kimathi. In attendance was the Registrar of Finance, CPA Nicholas Chepkoyo, who was the Minister of the Day, Mr. Julius Kamwathi, Mr. Rogers Lucano, Ms. Zipporah, Samuel Kabugi, the Christian Union Chair, and Pastor Emmanuel Oyalo, who gave a testimony about his life in Pac University. The Pac choir also represented the institution by presenting a song to the congregation.
On to this week's announcements. There will be a freshers luncheon on Tuesday, 3rd October from 1 p.m. at Conference Hall 1. All students residing in the hostels are required to submit their medical cover forms at the Dean of Students' office. Registration for pageant is ongoing. All those interested to collect registration forms from PACUSA Organizing Secretary before Friday, 29 September. Minimum requirements are GPA of 2.7 and the student should be in session during this academic year. All students are encouraged to visit the university psychology counseling offices to seek help mentally, physically, and spiritually. Pac Christian Union invites you to a Bible study launch on Friday the 22nd of September from 3 p.m. at KH. Now on to our sports. There will be a friendly match between our very own Viongozi FC against Christian Family FC on Saturday 23rd September at the Viongozi Arena from 2:30 p.m. Also on sports, there is an ongoing registration for different sporting activities. Those interested to visit PACUSA Organizing Secretary Desk.
And that's it from the media desk. I am Melvin Naliaka. Enjoy the rest of the service and have a blessed week ahead.